Delta over the lifespan. When it comes to delta, there is another important phenomenon. It is well known that we are born out of delta and slowly but surely grow into beta. With our theory of beta being an addiction, what would you expect from the world's spiritual leaders? Supposedly, they would be in better position than most ordinary people. So let us take a look at the next graph. The y-axis presents the part of the day spent in delta in percent. The x-axis indicates age. There are 5 lines drawn. One for our Maasai woman, one for the Dalai Lama, one for a good transcendental meditation practitioner, one for Tom Cruise, and one for Pope Francis as representative for the average. Whatever Dalai Lama does, the transcendental meditation practitioner does it better long term. Dalai Lama did it well in his younger days, but now he seems to level down and close in on Pope Francis. The only really outstanding person here is the Maasai woman, seemingly without doing anything special. I mean, she is obviously just living, isn't she? And yet she beats them all, the most prominent religious leaders and spiritual practitioners as well. And as the graph clearly demonstrates, with growing age, we spend less time in delta. When it comes to sleep, this is an established fact. With growing age, we tend to sleep less. The newborn may sleep most of the day, as much as 17 hours, whereas seniors may sleep as little as 6 hours. From the graph, we can also learn that the differences between an average Westerner and a good transcendental meditation practitioner are significant, whereas the average person levels out with a few percent of delta activity left already at the age of 20. The transcendental meditation practitioner keeps an outstanding level between 10 and 20% lifelong. Tom Cruise, as an outspoken advocate for Scientology, is situated below the good transcendental meditation practitioner, and he seems to have had his best days too, just as do the Pope. Another thing may show from the graph in the picture. There is a saying that with age comes wisdom. If you imagine a world where everybody lives a life in delta, like the Maasai woman, from the graph you can see that not before she reaches the age of 60 does she level down to where a 5-year-old Westerner is. Nowadays, a child is already heavily infested with beta at the age of 6. But the Maasai woman, when she has lived 60 years and experienced life, slowly growing into beta, lets her reflect on life in a way she would never have imagined as a 6-year-old girl. Now she is growing wise with age. Maybe this saying comes from a time when we lived rather indigenous, in accordance with nature, in healthy harmony. Maybe we can restore some wisdom from the future to come.